Hey, and welcome back to the Cat de Belle show. So, you won't believe this, but for the first time ever, I've attempted dry January. If you know me well enough, you'll know what a big deal this is. I don't think I've gone that long sober in the last 10 years at least. So this is a hell of an achievement and I'm very pleased with myself. Before we start, I do have a bit of a confession to make. So I had it in my head, right, that at the end of this month, I was going to make a vlog talking about how great I did in dry Jan and like rubbing it in everyone's face and being all smug and talking about how much better I am than everyone else, you know, that sort of thing. But I mean, it got to about 2.5 weeks into the month and everything just kind of started to go a bit wrong for me. And do you know what? I can't continue to live this life of deceit. I can't. So I'm just going to confess all my sins now, lay it all out on the table, and we can all move on. So last weekend, I spent a lovely weekend in West Wales with my friend, staying at my friend's family. And while we were there, we met my mate for a catch-up. We went to the pub and you can probably guess where this is going. I had a couple of drinks, all right? I had a couple of drinks, I had a couple of pints, whatever. So I said to my friend, listen, I said, I'm going to make a video at the end of this month telling everyone how great I did in dry Jan. And you are going to let this dry Jan facade continue. We're going to pretend this little slip up didn't happen. When the video comes out, you are not going to breathe a word. She took the threat well and we moved on with our lives. Thursday, I went to see my friend Jess after work. We went to the Four Elms, great pub, love it there. It was really cold, all right? It was really cold. And yes, you can probably guess what happened. I bought a couple of glasses of wine, a couple of glasses of red wine, just to warm myself up. And I said to my friend Jess, listen, I said, when my video comes out at the end of this month, telling everyone how great I did, you are not going to breathe a word. You're going to keep this to yourself. Easy. We move on. Friday, I went out in Bristol for a couple of hours in the evening. You can guess what happened. Yes, I had a couple of drinks. All right, I had a couple of drinks. And I said to my friend, listen, I said, you are not going to breathe a word. Snitches get stitches. All of that. All was well. Sunday, I went out with my stepdad and his family because it was his birthday. And yes, I had a couple of drinks. And I said to the family, listen, I said, you are going to keep this to yourself. But you know what? By the end of this weekend, I'm like, there's so many moving parts to my story. Honestly, I can't keep up with this web of lies. I cannot live this life of deceit anymore. I can't do it. So basically, I didn't achieve dry January. But I did achieve like a solid 3 weeks, which is the most time that I've been sober in the last 10 years. And at the end of the day, January is a really long month and I am but a mere mortal. Dry Jan did start off pretty positively. I mean, don't get me wrong, that first weekend was absolutely killer. What do sober people do for fun? It's not even like I could go out and, you know, do some super fun sober activity because, shock horror, I spent all my money in December. I did. It's just that last 2 weeks of the month, isn't it? When everyone's off work, you just lose track of time and the entire concept of money. Can't wait to live off a budget of 4p for the rest of my life. By day 3, I'd booked a holiday to cheer myself up. I'm not sure how that's the whole thriving money thing works, but we won't worry about that. That first Monday though, going back to work after a sober weekend, I tell you what, I felt great. I woke up, eyes open, seized the day. I've never felt like that on a Monday morning in my life. Normally I go in, I don't even want anyone to look in my direction until 12. But I tell you what, I was bouncing off the walls. 10 out of 10 would recommend. There's probably a lesson to be learned here about cutting down on unnecessary alcohol. And I will try my very best to absorb it and learn from it. In the meantime, thank you for listening to my TED Talk and see you again next time.